Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 21 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. I'm your host, Jamal. With me this week because the numbers came back and seems that John could not do the hosting gig. So
those are the numbers.
Well, I can tell you, I can go into the numbers, but I have
the numbers,
and unfortunately, it seems that John can't do the full-time hosting gig. He doesn't have the time for it or the numbers for it.
Yeah, he disappeared.
So I'm here with Reeves. Reeves is here as always. Hey, what's up, Reeves?
Yeah, it is weird that he just disappeared. I didn't even
I don't know who's talking because you haven't been introduced, so I'm not sure who you are right now. And this is me acting as the listener. I'm like, who's that talking? Because they haven't been introduced.
Didn't get introduced at all last week. So,
what's up, everybody? It's your boy Reevesy Peevesy. I am second chair by default. Judge's decision. Rocky won, came back. John Carroll won. Yeah, but Rocky 2. Rocky kills Apollo Creed before the next fight and takes his place as champion.
These are dark web spoilers.
Yes.
Of Rocky movies.
And I am with my co-host with the most host. Bri. Say hello to the people.
hello, I'm here. It's Brian Peevesy. Third chair.
I don't like
as
that
always.
At all. I don't like that at all.
It's not supposed to be good.
Come up with your own name. Reeves had a good one. Reevesy Peevesy. Give us one for Brian.
Okay.
Brian
Crying Brian.
No, that's an obvious one. Do something better.
All right.
How about Flying Brian?
There you go.
How about
Brian.
AEW pay-per-view Buy-in Brian?
It's
Buy-in
true.
Brian. All right. Buy-in Brian. All right. Keep going. Do the rest of your
I got nothing else. I had nothing else to say. How's it going, everybody?
I like that neck brace.
Well,
Kayfabe's still alive.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
well, I'm back across the pond. Quite the travel. Here's the thing. I made a mistake, and I booked a. I told my friend, "Hey, do you want to get a meal? Want to catch up?" And I accidentally booked a restaurant that was in Portugal, so I had to go fly to Portugal because they don't take cancellations.
Yeah, or well, you'd have to pay that $25 charge probably.
And let me tell you something. I hate when anything auto charges my card. So I said, let me just go and head on over to Portugal and go to this restaurant and see what it's about, you know?
And it must have been hard for the flight attendants when they kept trying to give you food and you're like, no, I have reservations. So I don't want to eat anything.
I said, I have reservations. Please do not spoil my dinner. And they said, well, when's your dinner? I said, not for 2 days. And they said, I don't think this will spoil your dinner. Also, if anything, just eating this airplane food in general might spoil your appetite for any food. And I said, well, then you should stop pushing it on everyone in the plane.
Kind of a contradiction on her.
Yeah.
I said her part, but I meant their part.
Okay, Brian.
Okay, Brian,
would you like to apologize to our fans?
I would. I know.
In the air.
To all of our fans who are currently in the air, who have been in the air, and those that are lost in the air, we're still looking for you. I understand that not all flight attendants are women. Not all pilots are men. And not all who wander are lost.
But yes. You do. When we went on a trip, Brian, you did call ahead and say, is the pilot going to be a man or not?
Because you said, I'm flying Brian.
And they said, that's too obvious. Do another one.
And then you said, I'm buying, Brian. And you said, I'm not buying a ticket if this pilot is not a man.
Yeah. And they wouldn't tell me, but they were like, you'll be all right.
You'll
Like,
be all right.
They
And
like
then-
couldn't legally tell me, but they were like,
Yeah.
you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes after takeoff, the door flew off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Immediately flew off.
Nothing to do with the pilot.
Yeah, technically
No.
nothing to do with the pilot, but
It wasn't her fault. I'm assuming.
so I'm in Portugal
Hmm.
and
Port of
Port-
Gaul.
Port of Gaul. I was in Porto, the beach town. It was so relaxing. What a vacation. Staying at a Sheraton hotel was beautiful.
We should have booked our buddy that you got lunch with for this episode, except we had someone who canceled. To like give the full rundown of, because you went to where he lives. This is where
I
your
went
friend
to where
lives.
he lives. And
Your
then
expat friend.
Yes, my ex-Patriots friend.
Ever since Tom Brady left, it's hard to be a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
expats out there.
He left the
Mhm.
country, and now he lives in Portugal. And he wears Tom Brady memorabilia everywhere.
Well, it's
but yeah.
free over there. It's where they
Well,
send.
yeah, they're handing it out. It's
Yeah.
like what they do in some African countries when you go there, and they're wearing like Magic Johnson jerseys all over the place. I can say that joke.
Yes.
I hinted towards it.
But yeah, so went over there and we had a dinner scheduled at have you guys ever heard of these places that have Michelin stars?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
Heard.
I know about Michelin. He lives somewhere in San Francisco. He has
Yes.
very high opinions on what makes good restaurants and what doesn't.
Yes.
Mhm.
And, every week he comes out with his newsletter and he says, here's what has stars and
Yeah.
here's what doesn't.
Yes. He's
Now-
famously made of tires.
Yeah. So there's
Yes.
restaurants apparently that have 1 star. That's a big deal. Then there's places that have 2 stars.
Some places have no stars, so having one's big.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then some places have 3 stars, right? That's like, wow. Is there any place that has 4 Michelin stars?
Here's how I feel. No restaurant should have more than 3 stars. Or even should have 3. Eat the rich. Give some stars to everybody else.
Yeah.
Mm.
And this is the problem we have, in the world where there isn't, there's only like a couple of people that are hoarding all the stars, which where do you put the stars in the restaurant? That's a question I want answered. But there's only a couple
Can
of
I
them that
see it?
have it. Yeah. Can I? Every time I go to a Michelin star restaurant, I kick open the door and I say, show me the stars. Where do you have them hidden?
Gun in
Everyone,
hand.
it's okay. I'm not going to hurt anyone. Show me the stars.
Are they in the basement? I saw the emails. Hillary Clinton's eating the stars. I know what that means.
So these restaurants have these stars, and it's a system I don't really understand. But the stars,
No
mean
one does. We're
something.
not supposed to.
The stars mean something, and so this place, before we went, I found out this place doesn't have 1 star; it has 2 stars. So it was a 2-star Michelin restaurant we went to,
That's nice.
and so I was like, "That's crazy," because I just randomly picked a place in Portugal to get food, and it just happened to be a 2-star Michelin restaurant.
You didn't look at reviews or anything?
I didn't look at any reviews. I can't even. I'm gonna say the name of the place, and now you're gonna know I picked that random because I can't pronunciate it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Casa de Chá da Boa Nova. I think I said it
Casa
right. Casa de
House.
Chá
House
da
of.
Boa Nova. Da Boa Nova.
What do they speak in Portugal?
Portuguese.
Portuguese, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, ironically enough.
They speak
That's
in
where they
Brazil, too.
landed.
Here's
That's
the
where they-
thing with Europe and their restaurants.
Portugal landed on us.
All these
Portugal.
places have stars.
Uh-huh.
You can't,
Go to a place that find one that doesn't have stars.
yeah, it's almost
That's
impossible.
the real. Yeah, that's the real. That's like you watch. Like that's where Anthony Bourdain was going. The no stars places,
Ah,
and he would say that's how you know it's good.
that's why he
Place don't
said
got
no
no stars?
reservations because those places didn't take reservations.
Didn't need them because there's nobody in there.
No one's allowed because of health
Yeah.
violations. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to
Right.
get the burger.
Okay. So,
So,
you went to this place. You
We go to
sat
this
down.
place. It's a beautiful, beautiful restaurant right on the beach, by the way, on the coast. Like you literally from the table, you can see the ocean and the rocks, and it's a beautiful view. Then we sit down, and they hand us the menu. And I'm expecting to peruse the menu, pick out an appetizer maybe, and like a main and maybe a dessert, and get out of there. They sit us down and go, okay, Are you guys ready for your 21 course meal?
Dang, dude.
They give us the menu and they show us all 21 courses that are about to happen.
Mhm.
And so I start looking at this and I go, wait a minute, I got to eat 21 meals right now? I was just coming here to get one, maybe two. And so I started looking through it and I was like, oh, I've eaten most of these things before. And then some of these things scared the crap out of me.
Oh, no.
I saw the pictures that you shared on Instagram, and I was like, Jamal's not eating that. He's not
I
eating
ate
that.
everything that they brought out.
I'm very proud of you. That's being
Yeah.
brave.
So if anyone wants to go to my Instagram, Hello Newman, the O is a 0, you can click on my highlight of the Portugal trip. You can see all of the dishes, pictures of all the dishes. But this is the courses, and I'll say them in order. Toast. The new,
Wait, you're gonna
Toast.
say 21 dishes right now?
yeah.
All right, Reese's
Toast.
hard out at 9:30.
I'm excited though. I gotta hear all these dishes, especially if the first one's toast.
Next one's
fried egg.
corn. Next one's corn. The next one's
Okay.
cuttlefish.
Big jump.
Chowder,
Big jump from corn to cuttlefish,
Yes,
in my
it is.
opinion.
chowder mussel, smoked eel, oyster, amberjack. I still don't know what that is.
Tuna.
Scallop, octopus. I had cuttlefish and octopus in one meal.
Dang, dude.
Sea bass, roja prawn,
You ate the fucking ocean, my friend.
scarlet shrimp. I had a prawn and a shrimp. You tell me the difference. Had
Damn.
lobster, had crawfish. Again, tell me the difference. John Dory. I don't know if that's part of a guy.
That's a dude. You ate a dude.
Lobster's like the
cod.
daddy, crawfish is like the baby.
Yeah. And then, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Squid. I had cuttlefish, octopus, and squid. All of the little leggy guys.
That's all of them.
That's all. And then it had 4 desserts: deja vu, late harvest, beetroot, and chocolate corn.
Chocolate corn?
Yes, chocolate corn and sweet potato. They had these
Bah!
corn chips with chocolate ice cream, and then sweet potato, a dollop of sweet potato that you swoop together. Oh, it was beautiful.
I got a question about this restaurant.
Yeah.
When you showed up, was it a guy that ushered you
Mm.
to the beach and then showed you to your table, which was the ocean, and then
Mhm.
each dish he just
pulled
kind of
dishes out of the ocean.
What
kinda
did you
just
grab?
pushed something over there?
He put his hand down the water, and he's like up to his shoulders, like, hold on. Ah.
Cuttlefish.
Cuttlefish?
They did have a little child's play area looking like a little pin that they had
Mm.
a bunch of like stingray and stuff.
Touch
swimming
tank.
around.
Touch
Touch
tank.
And so they were pulling stuff out and chopping and dicing it right there. So that
That's
was nice.
cool as hell.
Is that real? I would not want to watch that.
He's
I don't
taking
like
a
that at all.
big drink of water right now.
He's
warming
named
it up.
21 courses.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
And speaking of thirsty, we're gonna do 6 wine pairings, but then the sommelier, who was very fun, his name was Carlos.
Of course it is.
He said you guys should do 8 wine pairings if you're doing 21 courses.
That's a sommelier. man.
Motherfucker. Upsell.
He said
Upsell.
you're gonna run out of wine too soon in the meal if you don't. Otherwise, we do 8. We can spread them out over 3 dishes.
He's
You'll
like,
have it throughout the entire
listen,
dinner.
in
It
my-
made so much sense to me, and I was stone cold sober when he told it. So
he's like, normally I can only offer you 6 wines, but for this meal for you, I'm gonna offer you 8, and you will be charged for all 8.
yeah,
Don't tell
Hey.
my manager.
For you?
we had all 8. I'll tell you that. There's also a 10 wine pairing too, but we're like, that's too rich for our blood. Also, probably would have killed us.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
gonna be
get to
honest
the
with you.
question everyone's wants to hear about.
What's up?
What's that bill look like?
Mm.
Give it to me in Portuguese money, and then let me guess how much American monies that is.
Okay, it was like a couple €100.
Oh, so it's euros. So I know how that translates.
Mm-hmm.
Think about
$10.
Think about if you went somewhere to eat and they said, "Yeah, you can eat this, but you have to buy a PlayStation 4 first or PlayStation 5 first."
You were like PS4. He's like, no. I'm sorry. I
I'm
misspoke.
so sorry. I misspoke. PS5.
It's a PS5.
Okay, because those are two different things. So,
And is this a tip country? You tip over there?
no.
Damn, 21 courses, no tip.
That's nice. I mean, that's bad. I mean,
How do I
okay.
feel about that? Did the servers have like the little white towels on their arms?
Had the white towels. There's like
That's the second star.
so many different servers. As soon as you walk in, there's someone greeting you, walking you down to your table, pulling your chair out, sitting you down, and it's just a seamless team of people. You don't touch anything; they do it all for you, and it's just you're there, existing to be fed.
Did it make you uncomfortable?
No, because I'm black and I've been waiting for this treatment for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Did you at any point sit down and at least let them know that you are aware of the plight that they're going through and that you, in fact, understand what it's like to be blue collar? And this is awkward for you, but
yes,
I'm not one of those people that like, I'm not demanding this. I feel weird.
Yeah,
I'm like you.
I told them that, and then I said, but I am paying a lot for this meal, so make it right.
Yeah. Did you try to like? Did you collect your plates and put them in a pile in the middle
Nope.
like I do when I eat at restaurants?
Nope.
It's done. This is done. Don't worry, I already got it for you, bud.
You didn't have time to do that anyways. As soon as you finished a plate, they were taking it.
Yo, did your cup of water ever get empty?
No.
Better not have.
No. And
Better
my cup
not
of
have.
wine barely got empty. Because they're like, oh, you're done with your wine? It's time for that next bottle then, boy.
Well, you kept knocking over your glass, too, just to see how fast they would go. Kind of like a cat.
And they kept redoing the entire table setup, too, when I did that. Because they would take the entire tablecloth off, put a new one on. And it was like, wow, this is so... You guys just have so many tablecloths ready to go, ready to pull out.
Was there a lot of people in this restaurant? Other patrons?
There's actually only 2 other tables there at the same time as us.
Okay.
So, and we had, I mean, the spot that they gave us was beautiful. It's just like what you see on the website. See the ocean, beautiful day. It didn't start raining until as we were leaving. It was almost like it felt my emotions. I was so sad to leave this restaurant. I was crying on the way home. I will say this. This is like I think this is just something to keep in mind. When you have 21 different courses of food and none of them are related, your stomach tends to go hours later. What is all this shit in my stomach right now?
Yes.
And on top of that, you have a bunch of wine that's also in there, and your stomach's like, we don't drink this much on any kind of consistent basis. So, as I will say, as rich and beautiful this meal was, and it is a 10 out of 10 for me as a dining experience, the aftermath of my little tummy grumbling was not fun.
Well, that's why you're right on the ocean.
Yeah.
You just go right in there and do like the whales do.
Yeah. Drink the water.
Let it all out.
Let it go.
But it was amazing. It was an amazing meal. And then they also gave us a tour of the kitchen, and we got to see them prepping from the switch from lunch to proper dinner. So that was great. And then they gave us another dessert in the back and a unlabeled liqueur that they just had in the back that they have.
And you were like, yeah, please give me that.
Yeah, I'll
like,
take that.
Put the thing that I have no idea what it is in my body, please. And so did that.
And yet you just blamed 21 delicately prepared foods and beautiful wine for your tummy grumbling and not the unlabeled bottle of liquid in the back that you consumed.
Well, I didn't blame them for anything. I was just saying that when you have that kind of collection of different foods together in your stomach, I'm pretty sure anyone's stomach might get a little grumbly.
So this is a cautionary tale to our listeners.
Yes.
When you all go to Portugal and go to a Michelin star restaurant and have 21 courses, take some Tums.
Take some Tums. But seriously, the whole experience, I mean, they sit down and they give you this, it starts off with them burning a piece of paper on the table, and it reveals
your future
card.
Oh,
yeah, it reveals a little card
Whoa.
that like explains your culinary journey you're about to go on, and he does it right at the table. They burn it and they pulls it out of the ashes and says, "This fire represents blah blah blah," and he sets it down. It's like, read this and we will begin our journey. And then during the course of the meal, they set out these cartoons of looks like a mermaid with a shell on her head. and she's talking about Portuguese cuisine and whatnot, and it's very entertaining. And it was a whole experience. And then I got a piece of mail from Hogwarts.
Damn.
And I had to open that up and play a game at the table because I was called the dinner captain, and that makes sense.
There's just too many unusual things for me to make sense out of. Jamal did show us the cartoons that he was given, and
Yes.
the mermaid.
Again, they're all on my social media.
Stone Cold Fox.
Stone Cold Steve Austin Fox.
Yeah, she was a stunner.
Usually these like tasting menus, it's hard to get full afterwards. But with 21, I imagine you were
stuffed.
full.
I was stuffed.
Do you have a favorite course? Can you remember your favorite?
Yeah,
course?
I do easily. Octopus curry, course number 9. Octopus curry. It was the greatest one bite I had in this entire rundown. It literally just was like beautiful curry, but it also had a hint of seafood. You couldn't even tell it was octopus. It was beautiful. And then my second favorite was cod and chickpea. It was like a little soup, but it felt like a soup that you'd make if you were sick. Little cod and chickpea soup, and it was just like almost like a chicken noodle soup, but like upscaled. It was very good.
I don't eat octopus.
No, too smart.
Yeah, because they're teaching me.
Huh.
I don't eat my teachers.
Okay.
But
Did
I'm
you see
glad.
Arrival? Did you see Arrival? Is that the one? Amy Adams?
Yes.
She talked to the
big
to the octopus alien?
big octopus aliens.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I have not seen that.
Make it think.
Oh wait, I have seen that. The 2 aliens behind the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
They
seen
speak
that.
in ink.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
seen that. I've seen that.
She speaks back to them in ink.
She gets the power of being able to see the future.
Is that what happened in the end?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they gave her the power to see the future.
And was it like she killed herself?
I don't think she killed herself. I thought she did something on purpose. She had to like sacrifice something because she knew she had to do that so that the war wouldn't happen or whatever. Anyways, just want to say, Casa de Shah, da Boa Nova, 10 out of 10 dining experience. Worth every penny in my book.
Wow, that's a big price.
Worth
And
every
there was a
penny
lot
in
of
my
pennies
book.
thrown around here.
And I was throwing pennies at the waiters. I was
Mm.
saying,
They expected places like that.
I was like,
That's how you
next
tip
course,
there.
please. I was like, next course, please.
A penny to them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I imagine. It's a lot.
I thought it was very funny because I kept like flicking up in the air and be like, now give me your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like knowing class. And you were like, bingo, and give it to them.
Bingo. But yeah, that's the great dining experience I had. I don't know if I did it justice in this recap, but it really was transformative, and I'll never forget it. It was once in a lifetime. But now I'm like kind of hungry for a new Michelin star restaurant adventure.
Here in the States, hopefully, right?
Well, yeah. Unless I make a mistake and book again at random.
This
And
place
then I
looks
gotta
fun.
go to South Africa or something.
Well, you can go to Safari at least.
Yeah. Talk about chaos cuisine. We'll be right back.
Oh, wow.
Pod Chef. All right, we're back. This is Pod Chef. This is season 21.
Are we not gonna do it?
Episode
It's the one
6.
thing we do every week.
Chaos cuisine. Let's see if anyone finds anything different about this episode, that we maybe didn't do. So, Reeves, you want to take over right now?
I just want to throw it out there that if we have angry fans right now, you don't attack the hostage, right? Remember that.
Do you guys want to do it? We can do it right now.
We can do it real quick.
Okay.
Wait, play the thing again so we go back to the beginning part.
All right, let's go back to the part where we're talking about not Top Chef.
Yeah.
Pod Chef. Okay, so this is a segment we do every week. Hold on a second. Can you hit it again?
Well, then we'll go back into the
can you
Top
go back
Chef part.
in,
We're gonna go
and then
back.
we'll come back out. Yeah.
All right.
Pod Chef. Pod Chef season 21, episode 6. Actually, you know what? We didn't do Chefs I Prepared for You. So, Brian, can you pop us back out? Pod Chef. All right, it's time for a
Wait,
segment
I'm
called...
sorry. Can we go? I just left something.
Back there?
I left my phone
Okay.
back
Yeah, let's
in
go
the
for it.
Top Chef.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go.
And we're back. This is season 21 of Top Chef.
Where the
Odd Chef.
fuck did I leave this thing?
As soon as Reeves finds that item, we can go back.
I think I remember what I got. We can just leave it here. We're coming back anyway. Let's just go back.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll be
let's
back
go
here
back.
eventually. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And we have to go to the bathroom before we go.
Oh, I do actually. Hold on a
Okay.
second.
Yeah. Never a bad idea to go before we go. We're not stopping once we get on the road.
Mhm.
And we're quoting Friday After Next.
All right.
I am a boy. Let's go back.
All right, I'm ready. All right, it's time to do a segment we do every week called Chefs I Prepared for
I
You This
remember where
Week.
my phone is now.
All right, let's go get it real fast.
Here we go.
This is season 21 of Top Chef. We're doing the review. Reeves?
This isn't my phone. It's okay. Let's just go back.
We have to go back. Lost.
All right. This is what we had. We only talked about what we had for dinner last night.
Smooth.
And can we go back? I have to get that clean.
What time should I timestamp this when I say Top Chef Talk starts? People are going to lose their minds.
Can
All
we
right.
please go
Here's the
back?
last time.
I have to get this clean.
I'm going to break the transition button. If I press it too many times, we'll be stuck in the middle somewhere.
That's true. And we're back. Brian can send us back. All right, this is a time for a segment called...
Oh no, we messed with the time continuum. We've somehow gotten to the end of the podcast.
All right, let's back our knives and go.
Get out of this.
This is great,
We're
guys.
at the beginning
You guys
now.
got something here. This is fun.
How do we get out of this?
Pod Chef.
Just ride it out, baby.
I think we all have to confess something.
You listening
Okay.
to Pod Chef. When I
Uh,
say pod, y'all say
has the
chef.
secret?
Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef.
Anything.
And that's
What-
a
what,
broadcast. It's on TV.
before
I
the
hit-
song ends.
I hit a squirrel with my car.
Okay.
It was a black squirrel and I didn't stop.
About the whole show.
Okay.
Not the food though, but the other stuff.
I'm wearing,
You're now listening to Pod Chef, the
oh
only
God.
official podcast about the TV show Top Chef. With your
I
host,
killed a homeless person
Jamal
underneath the
Bryant.
bridge just because I wanted to see if I could
jump
do
forward.
it.
Said
Jump
the
forward.
first names, 'cause
Reese
I
has to
don't know
confess
everyone's
something.
last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
I don't really like Top Chef.
All right, so this is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we have
My
to do
phone
last
has been
night.
here the whole time.
And only last night, and presented as if we were presented to the judges on Top Chef. There will be a winner, but we will not vote because voting's dead. I'll go first. Chefs, I procured for you, essentially, went to a restaurant called Bulls, but it's essentially the Portuguese version of Fogo de Chao. And
Did you
Is it
have?
no, but Fogo de Chao is Portuguese. Am I wrong?
is it? Am I wrong? I thought it was not. I thought it was Brazilian.
Don't they speak Portuguese in Brazil?
They do.
Yeah. I thought Fogo de Chao was.
Snap.
I think I got it. I think that's kind of right. I sort of did it.
So we went to a place called Bulls, but apparently in Portugal they consider themselves better than Fogo de Chao. So, but it was very good. They come around with all the meats and slice it off on your plate, and it was very good. All the sides they just bring it around. It's I had no idea that that's what where we were going to dinner.
You pick another random spot.
Yeah, and it was like that after the day before having all the different seafood. Now I had all the different land animals. It was
You feel like a god.
Yeah.
surprised I don't have gout or some king's disease.
Might take a minute.
Yeah, it might take a second to bloom. So yeah, that's what I had.
Chefs, I'm prepared for you stir-fried baby bok choy with shiitake mushrooms. Chop, chop.
Any thoughts on those?
I made my own sauce. You use a lot of sesame seed oil. You start with the
The
unroasted,
toasted kind?
the untoasted
Mine?
first,
I've never even heard of that.
and then you finish with the toasted.
Wow.
It was a little oily, but it did have a lot of flavor. And then
My
you
baby
put
bok
a little
choy.
sesame seeds on top of it at the end. Toasted ones. Real ones. Not
My
the oil.
baby bok choy. not adult bok choy.
They didn't have any at Whole Foods.
It's an aging vegetable community, They got to replace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you eat all the baby ones, you never get old ones.
Yeah, you never get old ones.
These people want to legalize something.
Same problems happening with spinach and broccoli.
I haven't seen a grown-up spinach in my entire life.
I've never seen an adult spinach my entire life.
Mm-mm. They're all very small and tiny.
Yeah, and always. Wah, wah, wah.
Someone get this baby off this plane. Chefs, last night I procured for you halal off the streets of New York City, baby. Went to a concert in the city. It ended around 10:30. Was walking home to the train. Saw a cart, Habibi cart. Yes, smelled great. Sir, let me get chicken over rice. No onion in the salad. He put extra French. I love it when you get the cart and they put French fries just randomly, like 4 French fries on there.
Oh, wow.
Oof. He says, okay, what do you want? And I say my order every time. If anyone's ever trying to order street meat from me, here's what you go. Chicken over
Street
rice.
meat.
No onions on the salad. Lots of white, little hot, little barbecue. And you get out of there.
Doesn't surprise me that you said lots of
Yeah, I was
white.
going to say, clip that. Lots of white. Can we try and mind meld what your concert was?
Oh,
Sure. You won't, but
sure we can.
I can give you hints.
We'll start
Don't
with
need
3.
it.
3, 2, 1. Newfound
Screaming.
Glory.
It's probably a pretty good mix of those two. There was no screaming in it, but it is from that era. Yeah, it was like a Newfound Glory era band.
Okay.
And the band name was 3 words, so that's pretty close.
Huh. I got one.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
My
Sum
Chemical
41.
Romance.
Both wrong. Closer to My Chemical Romance, I would think.
Well, yeah, because that's 3 names.
Okay,
Three
just
words.
tell us who it is.
Gatsby's American Dream.
Yes, New York.
It's a band that put out last album they put out was like 20 years ago. It was quite good. I had a bad belly all day, really bad stomach issues all day. So we're like, we're gonna go to this concert. I can't miss this concert. Waited until 8:30 to catch the train to New York City. Just catch the headliner at 9:15. Got the fuck out of there. Home by 11. Oh my god, I love being almost 40. You guys, should we do the other stuff now? Wait, who's a winner?
No one wins. We don't vote.
Well, yeah. I still think, considering the meals I've been having, I won. The
I
meals
think
I've had
it's
the
very
best.
bold to claim yourself the winner, but I do have to agree.
I have to agree with it too. You had quite a culinary adventure.
Well, they were both Chaos Cuisine. We'll be right back.
Pawn Shop.
All right, this is season 21. Reeves has his phone. And so you can go ahead and run us down for season 21, episode 6, Chaos Cuisine.
I will do this. I will warn the listeners. Chaos Cuisine is an appropriate title because I don't know, you guys feel a little chaotic. It's kind of like we time traveled a little bit too much.
There was some weird stuff happening there.
Yeah, so I feel myself kind of like flexing back into another timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let the listeners know ahead of time.
That little like thing, like in Across the Spider-Verse.
Mhm.
Your color, you switch from like one type of art to the next art, and now I'm like old 90s Spider-Man back to modern Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Post Malone.
Fucking spoiler alerts. Never seen it.
So
It's really good.
it's so good. You'd like it.
You love it.
We open on
It's for you.
Kevin and
I knew he was going to
Spider-Man.
say something like that.
other
He's
Spider-Man.
from Brooklyn. He's from Queens. From Brooklyn.
We open on Kevin and Manny putting in work in the gym.
Yes.
They are gym bros. They call themselves the Bottom Boys,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they should be called the Bang Bros because
Mm-hmm.
they're always banging out sets
Mm-hmm.
And they're bros.
and they're bros.
They got a van.
Which, what other reason what other reason could you come up with to
Bang
call yourselves the Bang Bros?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's a very clever name you came up with.
Yeah.
Kevin says, this country, if you
America.
want it, you can have
Mhm.
whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He
the
does say
beauty of
that.
America.
I disagree.
I also disagree. I can so like you can't see it, and I don't know. Tom wouldn't like he wouldn't say if this really happened or not. But I'm pretty sure that Uncle Sam's back behind him, gun to his head. Everything's okay. It's all gonna be great. Keep smiling.
America's
Just
great.
say the line.
America's great.
Say the line.
Then you can go back home to Paris.
Where things are a lot easier, huh?
I don't imagine Paris not being a place you can't do what you wanted. Like if like
I've been to Paris.
France,
It is not a place you can do whatever you want to do.
But you
Especially
could,
if you
like-
look like me.
You can well, that's you. That's most of Europe, especially Italy. Fucking
Did you say
hate you
Italy?
guys.
Did you say Italy?
Hate Italy.
Yeah, with an H?
Because they hate black people there. Beautiful country, though.
Beautiful country.
Reeves, you have 15 more minutes.
Yeah, we're really making this one not work.
I had a wonderful time in Paris, by the way, but I was kind of drunk the whole time I was there.
Oh, there you go.
The gang convenes in the hotel, and who kicks through the door and walks back in? Kalina.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Mhm.
And
What's
who's
up,
behind her
boobs?
with her luggage?
Her bag boy.
Sue.
The bellhop.
The bellhop Sue. Who very casually walks in and is like, hey guys.
He has his hand out, and he's
Yeah.
like tapping his palm.
Hey guys,
Mhm.
who's this guy?
Kevin McAllister walks up, puts a piece of gum in his hand.
Can you guys
I still have to
believe
look
that?
for
Can you guys believe that Sue from the crazy storyline from Last Chance Kitchen is now in the show?
I
Wow.
never saw it happen.
I didn't see it
Mm-mm.
coming. They did not foreshadow this at all.
This season is fucking. It's all written out there, man. Just look at it.
Telling you, the writers are back. The writer strike's over. The writers are back,
Yeah.
and now it's all predictable.
I'm saying it now. The person that went home this week will be back at the end of Last Chance Kitchen,
They
and will
have
be, and,
to
will-
be.
and might win this season.
Yeah, they have to be. They've won so many eliminations already.
Sue tells us that before he was a chef, he was a fucking pro golf player.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And there's no follow up on that.
Yeah.
He
Save
just-
some pussy for the rest of us. Can I say that? Should I have said that?
the quick fire challenge this week. The guest judge is founder of Milk Bar, Christina Tossi. I think I'm saying that right. She's great. Milk Bar is great.
Is it though?
I like Milk Bar.
I do. It is
I like
overpriced, but it's good.
It is overpriced, but I do love that pancake cake that they have.
Mm-hmm. The ice cream is pretty good. The cereal milk ice cream is pretty good.
I don't ever get the ice cream. I
Their
only get a
cookies are
slice of cake.
gross. You ever buy their cookies that are prepackaged at like Whole Foods? Real
Yeah.
gross.
I don't think they're gross. I like the blueberry.
Don't like them.
Hey,
I
but
think
you
you're
can
wrong.
sponsor the show. We'd love to have
Please.
you guys on.
Milk Bar. Hey, speaking of, I have an ad read from Milk Bar. Is your milk frozen into a bar, or do you want to
John's
serve?
bit. He's gone. He didn't make it. The numbers didn't add up.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Reeves.
something happened to him. The chefs had 45 minutes to produce a dairy-forward dessert. Kristen lets everyone know that she's been kicking around every place in Wisconsin, having all of the custard.
Uh-huh.
Dan's like, "Hey, Kristen, what's your favorite custard?" And she says, "I can't tell you that right now, Dan. I haven't had them all yet."
That's what you say when you haven't had any custard.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, I've had so many. What's your favorite? I can't. No, I can't
just
say that.
Just name one. Just tell me
Name
one.
one custard place. Custard doughs.
Where is
Oh,
that?
I love custards.
Custard.
Oh, that's my favorite place. Does Todd still work
Johnny-
there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That person never worked there. You would fucking go there.
Manny is gonna make a churro, baby. He is doing churros, but he's having problems. He
He's
doesn't
doing
think
bad.
he's doing it bad. It's not staying together too well. It's a little
I would
mushy.
not have eaten those if those were the ones served at your wedding.
Yes, you would have.
Mhm.
I would not. I would have said, Reeves. I would have found you on the dance floor, said, Reeves, there's a big problem. Whoever's
You have to
People
come
are
right
trying to
now.
bomb your wedding.
yeah, whoever is making the churros of your wedding is trying to bomb your wedding right now.
Kalina tells Manny to make it work, just make it work, which is the wrong show. They don't say that here. I feel like Laura is obsessed with having dishes where she like pours something on top of some kind of main dish. She loves. I don't know that. Kind of
I got to experience some of that at the Michelin star restaurant. That was great.
And now you like it and you get it.
Oh,
yeah, I get the fascination because it does add to the meal.
I'm going back to the other place now.
Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here.
So on top.
Octopus.
Oh God. My teacher. On top we have Kalina. She had a caramel custard. It was really savvy. Michelle, she had a corn cake. And Amanda, who had a cheddar biscuit, which I was excited about. That looked good. On the bottom boy, our very own Bang Bro, Manny, because his churro was not tasty. No crunch.
No bueno.
Slurro.
Dan.
I said his churro was slurro. It was sloppy.
No, I got it.
Yeah, me too.
I know what that means.
Dan and Danny are on the bottom too. We don't need to talk about them though. The winner here is Michelle with her corn cake. And
I do want to note that when Kevin's name isn't called, he makes a face.
Yeah,
because Kevin is a pastry chef. They don't call Kevin's name. He makes a face, and he's like, well, "I thought I could do whatever I want to do in America now. I came to America. I can do whatever I want."
Is there some kind of mistake?
Still has to taste good, buddy.
Not in America. Not if you want it.
So the elimination challenge. Oh, our guest judge, chef actor from Da Bear, Matty
The
Matheson.
Bear cousin himself is here.
Brian Jackson.
Yes,
I did look like Matty when I rocked a mustache a few years ago.
Completely different personalities. Matty's very lovable, we all like him. So
I like to think that I'm that way, but I can't pull it off.
Nope.
I think you are. You guys are very similar. I do like his YouTube videos. I mean, there are times where it's like a little bit much, but I do enjoy watching.
Yeah, his whole thing that when he makes his weird little foods.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know,
but
like that? Did his thing.
It makes you likable. I like his videos. I also like Action Bronson videos too.
You like Fuck That's Delicious?
I think it is nice. There's something relaxing about watching them just like go around and eating food. I don't know. It's nice.
I feel almost bad liking those shows because it is so like mindless, like, here you go.
Indulgence.
And I'm just like, yes, please keep giving it to me.
Boy,
I watch those shows that it's like watch Tony Hawk describe his 5 favorite snacks. You watch those fucking videos?
I probably will now though. If it's similar, it's probably up my alley. So the elimination challenge here, the chefs were challenged by Maddie to make dishes that exemplified chaos cooking.
No one knows what this means.
No one knows. It's not explained well. They, I think, cut out him trying to explain it, and then they cut in a lot of people being like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
and it ends up being true that they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, Amanda explains it. She knows what it was, and they were like, "Oh, thank you."
They still didn't get it.
Oh yeah, she does. She does like explain it, and then Kristen's like, "Oh, you should be the host now. Stop trying to take my job."
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the host? Are you trying to fucking take my job?
I'm sorry. Did you replace Padma after 19 years of hosting a show, 20 years of hosting a show, or did I do it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you being haunted by the previous host?
I'm sorry. Did you kill Katie Lee Joel? I mean, I didn't.
So
no one did.
They have $150 to shop at a specialty shop. So of their choosing. But they pretty much only go to 2 different places. They go to Moe's, gotta go to Moe's. And they also go to El Rey, which is a Latin market. Basically, there's one side that's doing Asian cuisine, another side that's doing Latin cuisine. But I like when they go to specialty marts. You see a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. That's a lot better than Whole Foods when they're like, can I get this? Can I get a whole pound of this?
Mm-hmm.
Why did Rosika make a mention when they went to the place saying she's playing around with African spices and then not use them?
Good question.
Her
and
dish had no spices.
That's what they say.
foreshadowing. Speaking of people interacting with those that run those stores, we see Kevin ask the attendant what coconut butter is for. Is it for cooking? He said,
it's for
"This
eating.
this
Can I
is
eat
for
this?
eat. Can I eat? Can I eat this?" He says,
This is
"No."
rice.
He's like, put it on your arm.
Never met a black person in his life.
Yeah. That was cool. I love that. I'm glad they kept it in. So yeah,
I used the cocoa butter for cooking.
I used it for cooking. I got so sick. So they go back to the Top Chef kitchen, which, by the way, is where they are going to cook their meals and serve the judges. Not going to another restaurant this time. Rassica tells Tom that she's making eggplant with crab. Tom has a reaction like he's like frantically like trying to calculate numbers. Like he looks up and his eyes dart back and forth a bunch of times.
Because he's trying to do how many variations of eggplant and crab has he done that's ever worked. And he was like, it's like the scene in Avengers when Doctor Strange holds up one finger. He's like, I've gone through 19 million possible futures. And there's only one where eggplant and crab work.
Yeah. Not this episode.
It's not this episode.
Cuttlefish.
Savannah tells Maddie that 9 years ago he was on a FaceTime with her boss.
Weird.
And Maddie said, "Don't ever use mustard greens. Don't just put shit on dessert because it seems cool because you think you're cool and it was a cool thing to do. We don't do that here. Not here.
Typical
not on my
Brian
show.
Thing to say.
Don't
Typical
do that in
Brian thing to
Canada.
say.
Not in Collision."
Real glass. Real mustard greens. Cry me a river.
I watched that
He's
interview
back.
over and over again.
He's back.
I love it.
Scapegoat's back.
It's a good move for them, I think. Everyone won in that situation. So she's going to try and prove him wrong by doing it again, which we've seen a lot of that this season. People trying to do their same thing again. Does it work out? This time, pretty good for her.
Yeah.
So one last thing before we get to, because we got to go fast, the actual like cooking part. They cut to the next day and there's a film technique that is used.
Yes.
We
Oh my
see
God.
Danny close his eyes and then
Oh, yes.
the camera zooms into his brain.
Yeah.
We see him
I thought,
cooking.
is he using a secret power? Because this is unfair to the other chefs if he has this power.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing like some Doctor Strange stuff.
He literally is seeing all the possible futures, and he's like, how do I make this chaos?
He did that circle thing in orange.
Yeah, he's breaking down chaos in front of us. I was like, is he doing this or are the cameras doing this?
Yeah. Zooms back out right. His eyes open.
His eyes open. I'm like,
Runs to the bathroom, throws up.
okay, he just won. He just won the challenge.
Yeah. You would think. And you would be thinking right.
He did a Flatliners. Pretty cool movie.
So let's just fast forward to some people. Sue does General Sue's shrimp and salsa. He kind of like didn't really know exactly what he wanted to do. He was going to do chicken, then he pivoted to shrimp and salsa. It went well. Good texture, good crunch.
Had the little dippy things that you could do. Not much. Let's say no one did chaos. Maddie's description was like, take something, throw it on the ground, pick it up, do this, something you've never done before. And most folks did shit like this. Oh, I have a recipe at my restaurant that I really like doing. I'll do that.
Yeah, and
I think 5 people did that.
There's going to be a couple of dots instead of a little bowl with the sauce. That's kind of chaotic, right?
I've been waiting to do this recipe that I do all the time. Perfect for chaos, where it's supposed to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
Idiots. Everyone sucks this season.
Hey, that's what the fans are saying. But we are not like that. We're
not the fans. We'll have anyone on the show. Anyone.
We love you.
Yeah.
We are not fans of the show.
We hate the show.
And we're not Pack Your Knives, where we'll only want the big dogs. We'll take anyone.
Any dog. We'll take the guy that got sent home first with the hat. Come on the show.
Yeah, come on
down.
We can't pay you, but you can come on the show.
Nor would we.
We won't pay you.
But David, come on down. Valentine, come on down. Kenny, come on down. Alicia, come on down. Charlie, come on down. Russica.
Michelle does Vietnamese shrimp and pork oreas. Tom says, meh, not very
That shit
good.
looked gross. It looked bad.
Kristen says, I just stopped eating because mine was raw.
Yeah.
Tartar.
Some were burnt, some were raw. That's always fun.
Not good. As we were saying before, Russica does eggplant crab wrapped in eggplant.
But she sous vide instead of like grilling.
Yeah, that's where it had
Someone says that it is slug-like.
Yes. It is slug-like. It had no flavor. She just steamed it. Not good.
That sounds awful.
Especially when you're paired with Dan, who did a funnel cake that had 19 ingredients in it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sort of chaos, but
that
still.
had everything from the Top Chef kitchen on it.
And I love my least favorite joke that they make is when they say, someone here will steal that and put it in their restaurants. Because then I would say, like, that's fucking mine.
Yeah.
No, you
No
will
one
not.
says that.
That's
you
plagiarism.
fucking won't do that.
I literally made that dish on the spot.
If you go
That's
do
my
it
dish.
now, there's on record you fucking saying you're stealing that from me, and I'll sue your ass.
So I wanted to see all your books. How many times you've sold this meal? Because I want my cut.
So, fast forward here. Danny is our winner. He does the scallop shoe farci with what is it? A yuzu foam. It was really cool. It was like a little wrapped. Yeah, it looked nice.
It looked like those rocks that are made out of like that gel that like forms around a leaf. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The leaf looks like the leaf is frozen in a rock that's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like a tchotchke store. I don't know. So there's two people on the bottom.
Yes.
My girl Michelle.
Yeah, and Russica. They really just take it to them because there was a lot. I mean, with Michelle's, there was too raw, too overdone. With Russica, it tastes like slugs. People don't like eating slugs, especially that guy from Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. Although French Top Chef, they do love eating slugs.
Kevin's like, I don't understand that. It's so good. I could learn French.
Good. Well, here's another piece to it. At the beginning of the episode, Kristen revealed that because two people came back into the competition, that means, legally speaking, she can send home at least two if she wants to.
We can. I'm allowed to do it now.
I can do it if I want to.
And she should.
So.
Might be today, might be tomorrow. You don't know.
I don't know. Anytime I want.
But I can.
Anytime I want. Just send two people home. Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
I can make Tom's second show more chaotic.
She even said because Tom sent two people back. I feel like they were like at odds. Like she was like, because Tom sent two people back from his fucking show, now I gotta send two people home at once.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be one winner of Last Chance Kitchen, fucking Tom.
I mean, that's how I did Last Chance Kitchen.
Okay.
Two people coming back.
Just showed up this morning and it's like there's two people here and it's like one I know and one person I don't even know who the fuck this is.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like you turn the camera on immediately and I have to introduce myself to this person. I don't know them. And so what else am I going to say other than I know nothing about you?
It's just more food I have to eat. It's a lot of food you have to eat on this show. That's what Padma told me. She's right.
No wonder she wants to do comedy.
She's above me all night while I sleep, hovering. So much fun.
Find the game of your dream.
Yes, and Padma.
Fill out the availability sheet, Padma, for the next show run.
Try doing an analogous pull jump for the next beat, Padma. Stop
Autobots.
doing time dashes.
Autobots roll out.
That's enough.
You won, but
So Russica is eliminated.
it should have been both of them, I think.
Probably.
Raska's goodbye.
Russica, please pack your knives and go.
Russica, we'll see you in Last Chance Kitchen. You've done a lot of great dishes, so I'm expecting a really strong showing for you there. You can get back. We'll see you there.
I love you.
Do you want to end it here?
Sure.
So something about this, whenever I hear Tom jump in and be like, we'll see you at Last Chance Kitchen, it's like, you just cleared out Last Chance Kitchen.
Yeah.
So who's she fighting against right now until next episode? No one. So it's like, this is kind of the point of why Kish is right to be upset that you're bringing back 2 people from Last Chance Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, let Sue come back and then let Karina and Rosika battle it out to keep going forward.
Yeah, that makes it. We have more episodes. We keep doing that way because there's no Last Chance Kitchen. Thank you. This week.
Thank you.
And because of that, there's also no Where Are They Now? Because we don't know who really is gone.
Yeah. So thanks for messing up the show, Tom, and I'm sure I'll get an email about that.
Punch up.
Oh God.
All right, so this is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had for dinner last night and only last night, and presented as a-
Oh God.
Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Did you guys okay?
This has been chaos, man.
Is the fantasy thing up to date? Because I'm doing poorly. We'll talk about it later. We don't have time to go over it, but I suck shit.
Yeah, so because I got Sue on my team now, I'm now in the lead with 44 points.
Whoa!
And Reeves is in second place with 41.
Holy shit!
And Brian is now by himself in 33.
Just load by
points.
myself in third, baby. No one even near me.
So, success for me for having Sue. But hey, who knows? If they bring someone else back, maybe they'll be on your team.
It'll be Rasika, and she will win, but it won't be enough points for me to win the whole fucking thing. So who cares?
Shucks.
Oh no!
Pod Chef.
My head.
What is happening right now?
Pod Chef.
All right, folks.
Stop this music so we can get out of here, please. Oh my God. Play the outro. This has been beyond chaos busy.
The worst Herald I've ever been in.
Oh boy.
Padma XP.
Padma, help us pack our knives and go.
You pulled chaff instead of pulling wheat.
This is great, guys. You guys got something here. This is fun.
Nice.